Hey guys, welcome back to Princess Connect. In today's video, we're going to be doing a beginner's guide for the game, covering all the basics to get you pointed in the right direction. At the time of recording this, we are in the soft launch, and I've finished just about everything there is to do in the soft launch, so really hanging out for the global. I will have a bunch of timestamps in the description if you want to navigate around, find certain points, and also I will link to some other videos that I've made that go more in depth into some of the points, so let's get into it. Quickly, just before we do get into this video, we did just hit 15,000 subscribers on the channel, so we are going to do a $100 giveaway. The basics to it is be subscribed to the channel, leave a comment on this video, and you will go into the draw. I'll do the draw about a week away from now, or a couple days more. We'll just when I get a chance, and that will be in one of my videos where I'll do the draw and announce the winner. So good luck to everyone. If you want all the detail-y, more legally stuff, I'll leave that all in the description, but let's get into it. Number one, re-rolling. Should you re-roll? This is one of those games where a lot of people think it's best to hold on to all your summon resources for special banners that they do have along the way. This is based off the JP version and what they did over there. So in that case, if you are doing it, re-rolling is a good option to get yourself started with some good characters. If you want to know how to re-roll, I do have a video that I'll leave linked in the description. There is also a faster way you can do it where you can download all the data by rooting your device or rooting BlueStacks, which I'll probably make a video about closer to global launch time, but you can do it like that. As for characters that you might want to reroll for, there's one main target that a lot of people do go for, and that is Makoto, because she's basically a really good defense breaking unit and has really good use later on in the game. Some other decent ones include something like Shizuru. We do have Nozomi here, and who else is another good one, and we do have Maho. Those are sort of the main ones you can look at, but you can go through the characters, decide for yourself what you like, but if it's the same roster, those are the few that I'd look at, with most people focusing on Makoto. Next up, we're going to talk about characters and the upgrading system of characters and all that sort of stuff. So, as you can see, we're going to jump over to one that I haven't completely upgraded yet. Okay. Here we go. So Yui here, you can see she is rank 5. The way you up the ranks of your characters is that we have gear slots. Now, with the gear slots, you can equip the gear, and once you equip it and you get every piece that you need of that set, you can then go ahead and it'll be like a rank up button, and then you can rank them up to the next rank. Now this is going to consume all the gear. Now something I want to note about the gear as well is when we look in it, you have this refine. Do not refine the gear. Avoid it like it's the end of your life, except once a day where you can refine one piece and only go to 1 star on a single piece, and that's going to be for a daily quest. Besides that, do not refine gear. You can see over here I have refined my gear. That's because I am at rank 7 now, which is the maximum rank in the game at the moment. So don't just say, okay, rank 7, that's where I'm going to upgrade my gear. If you're looking at this video in the future where we do have rank 8, basically until you get to your characters having this question mark for the weapon, you just want to keep ranking them up. As long as you can get all the gear, you want to keep ranking them up. At this moment, rank 7 is the highest we can go because we cannot obtain the weapons yet, so that's why I've finally gone ahead and refined my equipment. Besides that, avoid refining. It costs mana. Mana is involved in absolutely everything in the game, so you do not want to waste it. Now, a good basic thing to do with your characters if you're just trying to upgrade them, we might do it on her because she's one that I kind of want to upgrade more and test a bit more. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go optimize. Now this is going to do everything for your character except for ascend them. The one thing it won't do is ascend, which we'll cover in a minute, but it's going to equip all of the equipment. It's going to level them up as far as they can go, and it's going to upgrade their skills. We'll talk more about skills in a minute. So if you hit optimize, it's going to do everything that can be done to that character. And there we go. Now with that last gear slot, if we want to get this last piece of gear, we can just hit optimize, and it's very good at telling you everything you need to do. So it's going to tell us what we need to farm, where we can farm it from, and how many we need. So you can see we need one piece of that to go ahead and get her upgraded, which is nice. The other option you can do is you can click on it and you can click down here, how to obtain, and then you can click on the piece and it will show you all the stages that you can actually farm. Now the one that it suggests to you in optimize is going to be the one that's optimized for claiming these pieces, because as you can see, it is on the left. Now the ones on the left, from my experience, do have the higher drop chance, and that's why every time when you use the optimize feature, it's going to take you to the stage that has that item furthest to the left that you can complete. So this is where we get over here, and now you can use your sweep tickets or you can actually battle it. The cool thing when you use sweep tickets is that you can click OK, and it's going to tell you in that top right corner whether you got the gear you needed. So if you're doing 10 sweeps, it'll actually count up how many pieces of that gear you got, and then once you've got everything you need, once again we can hit optimize. It's going to equip that piece of gear, and then we can hit rank up, and it's going to eat all that gear into her, give her the stats. The gear has now disappeared. If you did refine some of that equipment, for instance, if I just equip this gear to her now, if you had refined that equipment, you can see how it uses some resources to refine, and I'll just get this one up to refinement stage. And there we go. And say we had refined that. Never use this, never use the diamonds to maximize. I don't like that at all. But if you do refine it, all those pieces that you used as refinement material will be refunded when they rank up. However, the mana will not. And that is the reason we do not want to refine, because the mana is too expensive. So moving on from there, leveling up, obviously it's just potions, you level up, yada yada yada. We do have skills that can be skilled up as well. Now you get your skills at, let's go to a character that's level 1 so that we can look at it. So you have a bunch of different skills, but you only start off with your Union Burst, which is going to be when you have a rage bar, it gets to full, you're going to use that one. The next two abilities are going to be used just sequentially throughout the battle, and then the last one is going to be a passive. So when we look at the Union Burst, you start off with that. Then we do get at rank 2, we get another ability, rank 4, we get another ability, and then rank 7, we get our passive. These can be skilled up as you unlock them, and they basically track skills with the level of your characters. So if I go over here, you can see that my character level is 56 down here, skill level is 56. So as you level up, you can level them up. And your character level is bound by your actual account level, which you can see in the top left. Mine is 56. The final thing I wanted to look at in character upgrading and progression is the ascension. Now you're going to get shards to be able to ascend things, and this is how you're going to get the stars. So this one here, as you can see, I've got the shards. It's going to tell me what's required to do it. It's going to require those specific shards, some mana, all that stuff, and then shows you all the increases that I'm going to get. So then we can go ahead and ascend, and that's going to add a star onto them. So now we'll just jump into how we actually get these shards and how to upgrade them. So if we go back over here, and there we go, there's our stats. Happy days, now at 2-star. So to get the shards, on every character you can go to how to obtain. And then that'll take you to how to obtain her shards. Now, some of them will have hard modes, some of them will be from shops. Now, everything is available to get from the amulet shop, except you have to have the actual hero in your roster to be able to get their shards from the amulet shop. Once you have a hero, every hero that you have, you can buy their shards from the amulet shop. You do get these amulets from summoning duplicates in the summon system and a few other ways throughout the game. But that's the important thing, and that's why some people like to reroll and save for limited heroes, because you need that copy of the hero to be actually able to get their shards. We do have other shops as well, which this Princess Arena unlocks at the end of chapter 8. So this one's a fair way away for a lot of people. We also do have the normal arena, which I'm sort of looking at upgrading my Monica or maybe my Reno from. We have the dungeon one, which has two really good options. We got Maho and Nozomi. I suck at names, but really good tank and then really good healer. So two really good options to buy from there. I'm just holding onto my resources for now because I haven't made a decision. And then we do have the normal shop, which I just steer clear of completely. And then that's pretty much it. We do have the clan and bonus shop. Bonus shop will sometimes spawn. It's going to let you buy gear basically for the cost of mana, which I never do. And then the clan shop we haven't unlocked yet because it's not available in the game. And that should pretty much cover everything there is about character upgrading. As for a good core team, I did make a whole video talking about the team. But if you want to get a good idea, a really strong tank is going to be, from the 2 stars, is Miyako, a very, very strong 2-star tank. We have a really good support in the 1-star range, which is going to be Yukari, which is very, very strong as well. One of the best damage dealers in the game for early game is going to be Suzuna. Really, really strong. She's basically guaranteed to crit, and that is what's so good about her. And then we also have another decent buffer over here, which is Coco. I just call it Co because it's too hard to say, but she is another really decent buffer. So there's some really good sort of free-to-play options that you can use. If you don't actually manage to get Miyako from a summon because you're saving summons, you can always use Peck mech, she's not a bad tank either, and you do start with her. So those are just some basic options, but if you want more in-depth talk about team building and stuff like that, I will have that video linked in the description. Next up, we do have the story. Now, you unlock story along the way. It just makes it available to you. You don't have to watch it right then. It's something you can come back to whenever you want it. But when you do watch the story, you do get some gems, so worth doing. I just haven't bothered getting back around to it yet. And then we jump into quests. So this is going to be your main section that you're going to go to. We have the main quest, which has your normal and hard modes in it. You progress through, and it's very basic in the combat. Let's just go to a stage that have 3 stars so it can be quicker. Like I said before, you can use sweep tickets. You will run out of sweep tickets fairly quick. I like to keep a stockpile of sweep tickets so that if I level up or I'm above my energy cap, because it is an energy game or stamina game, I like to be able to sweep myself under that stamina cap so that I can keep generating it, is how I like to play it. So basically, my theory is if I have time to be able to manually replay stages, I will do that even if I have sweep tickets. And then when I'm out of time, I will actually use my sweep tickets. Now, there's something else I want to go through, but quickly we'll jump into a combat here and just show you how it works. Now, often in the game, you're going to want to put it on manual mode and only use the ultimates when you really need to, because as you can see here, I'm going to survive pretty fine. I'd rather keep all my my rage bars or energy bars, whatever you want to call them, the blue bars. I want to keep them full so I have those abilities available to me, and then you're going to want to use them at the optimal time when you want to. So normally moving into wave 2, you can use them at the start of wave 2, and they should generate almost fully by the start of wave 3. So we're going to go here. Now I'm going to use a little AoE. I'll probably use 2 AoEs on this one, maybe even 3 attacks, just burst through it so we can get through it quicker. But as you can see, I'm just going to go use some nukes, and that was that Suzuna. Like I said, she's a very good 2-star attacker, and I definitely recommend everyone picks her up. But there we go. From there, we're going to be pretty fine to survive the rest of this stage, and then you just want to save up, build up those energy bars again, and then we can just use all our ultimates on the 3rd wave. Every battle is going to be basically just 3 waves, same sort of standard thing, and you're going to go through and progress. And then this is where I'm just going to slap it on auto, and then we'll just let everyone do their thing. You can choose your order as well, but I'm a bit lazy, so we ain't going to do that. And that is pretty much all there is to the combat. You will find that doing things on manual will get you a lot further in the game than doing things on auto, so always keep that in mind. We'll hopefully quickly delete these guys and be able to move on to the next one. I'll take it off auto so we can choose abilities and go a bit quicker. Let's do that one, and then we'll nuke the final enemy there, and that's job done. So that's the basic campaign. Now we do have that campaign, but also, like I said, we do have a hard mode of campaign, which I haven't completed yet. So let's just jump out of here and take a look at the hard mode. And there we go. You can see you've got the hard mode you can progress through, and this is where you're going to be able to get shards for some characters. And as you can see, it tells you which character you're going to be able to get the shards for. So you can do them 3 times a day and get a chance at shards. You're not guaranteed the shards every time you do it. For instance, if I jump over here and I sweep it 3 times, if it lets me, I'm out of stamina. So there we go. Stamina, let's sweep that. And this is something else that I wanted to mention. That just unlocked the bonus shop, which I spoke about in the shops, but we're not going to go check that out. So stamina recharge, 60 joules. As you can see, recharges left today. You can do 40 recharges per day. However, the first 3 are going to cost you 40 joules. The next 4, I believe it is, are going to cost you 60. And then it's going to go up to 100, and then from there eventually it'll go to 150, and I don't even know how high it gets after that. So if you decide, so for me, like my thing is every day I want to use my stamina refreshes up to the 60 cost. So I want to do like 7 refreshes per day, whatever it is, until it goes up to 100 cost, because that's what I want to, you know, keep that progress happening. So what I like to do is on days where I have the time, I like to manual retry every stage that I'm doing, if I know I'm going to have the time, because then I can, you know, get through that stamina and refresh it. And then on days where I'm busy and I can't play the game as much, that's when I can actually just sweep through stages using the saved sweep tickets, and that way I can get through my 7 refreshes every day and do it like that. Now, some people may only want to do the refreshes that cost 40. Some people may not want to do them at all. It's completely individual. It also comes down to how much you're spending, all that sort of stuff. Some whales might want to do 20 refreshes per day, but then they're probably not too stressed because they can probably buy some sweep tickets. But that's pretty much the way we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish here. You can see it only allows me to do 2 more sweeps. And there we go, we got lucky and we did get 2 shards from that one. But that is pretty much how the hard modes works. And now you can see I've got 0 of 3 attempts left. And that is how you're going to upgrade a lot of these characters. For instance, Ko, the one I just promoted in the character screen, this is how I got the shards for her, just from farming these stages. So keep that in mind. It's really good to, if you've got some units you want to farm. For instance, like I said, Peck, not a bad tank. I do have another tank, but if you were going to use her as your tank, then you'd want to be sweeping these or replaying these every day to go ahead and get as many shards as you want. And as you can see there, we only got 2 shards, which, hey, ain't too bad. We missed out on one of the runs, but that is pretty much how the quest is going to operate for the main campaign. And then we have Grotto and Dungeon. Now, Grotto is going to be basically just it's resources. You're going to go through, get resources. You can do it twice a day. You want to unlock these as quick as you can, make your progress, because it's really nice, especially for the mana. In the early game, you're going to be able to see what stage you need to clear to unlock the next stage of it. If you can do that and push it in a day, the mana you're going to get is going to be really nice. So keep that in mind. As you can see, we got 367,000 there, which is pretty solid for mana. It's basically the cornerstone of everything you do. Upgrading gear, leveling characters, upgrading skills. It's costed everywhere. Next up, we do have the battle arena. This is the standard arena that you unlock pretty early. Now, important to keep doing this. You can see I get 38 per hour. I can receive that. Once again, you can use those to exchange in the shop. But it's important to try and climb as far as you can. Don't build teams specifically for this. That's like way down the track. Build your main progression team, but make sure you come here and try and climb as high as you can. What we'll do is I'll try and actually win a battle and climb some rating, because as you climb rating, the first time you get certain heights basically as you keep climbing, it's going to give you a lot of jewels, so a lot of premium currency to be able to go ahead and summon with, or refresh stamina with, or whatever you want to do with it. So really, really important to push this as far as you can. Basically in the early games, just keep doing it. So hopefully we get a victory here so I can show you what I'm talking about. We're looking pretty good unless we get nuked right here, which kind of sucks. Can we please land a mind control? Nice. No, that got used on the wrong enemy. And what I've noticed in PvP, it's very AoE centric, because as you can see there, I've got a really strong single target nuker, but she used it on an enemy that was almost dead, which really does kind of hurt. But there we go, gonna get it done. And you just want to push because you want to climb the rating. Now let's see this. As soon as we finish this, we go next, and it's going to bring up a screen with our new ranking. And you can see just for climbing up 101 places, I gained 555 jewels when it's only 1500 for a 10 pull. It's really nice. You get a lot of jewels from this if you can climb it as far as you can. And then we also do have the Princess Arena, which is pretty much the same thing, except it's 3 teams versus 3 teams. So you unlock this once you complete Chapter 8, and I lose every one of these because I've only got a few heroes built. So, you know, this is the sort of later game thing where you start building more teams specifically for PvP, and that covers everything from the quest. The Sanctum, Survey, and Clan Battle are not available in the game at the moment. I will cover them when they do drop into the game. Next up, we have the Guild House. Now, the Guild House, this is basically your little housing system where you're going to be able to get some resources. I left them there so you could see that we can claim some resources. We do get a fair bit of stamina. Now, these 4 tables, or whatever you want to call them, that you get at the start, one does tickets, one does stamina, one does experience, and one does mana. You get them from the start. These 2 ones that give you bonus stamina, you do get, because we didn't even go into the dungeon, but I wanted to save it for this, you do get that from the dungeon, which is, you can do this daily. It's 10 floors. I think stage 1 of it is only 7 floors, and then there's a boss at the end. So you want to be doing this dungeon every day, and when you clear each stage of the dungeon, there's like an easy, a hard, and a very hard. This is the very hard, but those other 2 items that I did get in here came from the easy and hard modes, which are just going to basically generate you extra stamina. So clearing those dungeons as fast as you can is really nice to be able to progress in the game. And that's the basics of this out of the way. We can go through more of the decorations and stuff like that in a future video, but that is the Guild House. And like I said, the dungeon, important to get those extra items so that you can get the extra stamina. And we'll just go through this a little bit more. This one is basically what you're doing here is going stage to stage. Energy bars and health bars stay the same. As you can see, I've got my energy bars and health bars. They're all generated or lost a bit of health. And basically you can come in here and you want to clear the stage, and then you'll move on to the next one and your health and energy will stay the same. You'll get a little boost at the end of it. And that's pretty much all there is. And now you'll see we got a bit of a heal, a bit more energy up, and then we're good to go for the next battle. And you progress through and through, and then you'll get to a boss at the end. Hopefully beat it. You have to beat the boss on the certain stage you're on to be able to progress to the next one. And like I said, you can do this once per day. The final thing to cover, and I think this has been a longer video, so I apologize, is going to be the gacha. Now we do have the normal gacha, which you're going to draw for free, and you're going to be able to get just some gear and stuff like that. So you can do that for free up to twice per day within the certain time frames. And then we do have the premium gacha. Now, if there's more banners, there would be more banners to scroll through here. At the moment, we've only got the one. You can see the daily deal. If you've got some premium currency, meaning you've paid for that currency, you can actually do this. You can see I don't have any of that paid currency, so I can't do it. But you can basically just get a discounted summon daily. The other one we have is the draw 10. Now the draw 10 is going to be 1500 jewels, and it's basically, we can look at the details here, and you can get the info, and we can get draw rates and stuff like that. So as you can see here, draw on a 10 pull, your 3-star character is 2.5%, 2 stars 18, and then you got 79.5 for a 1-star character. On the 10th draw of every 10 pull, it's basically a guaranteed 2, but you still do have the 2.5% chance of getting a 3-star. And basically, when you draw a 3-star duplicate, you get 50 amulets, 2-star is 10 amulets, and 1-star is 1 amulet. And those amulets are what you use in the shop to exchange for shards of that character. So we'll just do a 10 pull in here for the sake of it. We'll go draw 10, okay. But like I said, I'm doing the strategy now where I'm holding on to all my resources to try and get further. To basically just try and progress with what I have, and then once we get some nice banners, that's when I'll do more summons. But hey, we got two rainbows. That's good. That means 2 3-stars. Normally I don't see that many rainbows, so really nice. The rainbow cards are what you are after. So let's see what we ended up getting. Chica, I didn't actually have her. She's a 2-star healer that I actually wanted early on, but I'm probably not going to build her now, but not bad. Let's see. Who did we get? Oh, nice. Shizuru. I do like her, so I will build her up and give her a test. Next one, Yukari, and another one. Who do we get? Find out what lies beyond the clouds. Okay, this is the banner chick. Nice. Jita. I don't know. I hate saying those words, but hey, we got Jita as well. Not too bad. If you got every pull like that with 2 3-stars, you'd be ecstatic. But yeah, that would be a good reroll pull. Anyway, I'd definitely be keeping that. But that is pretty much the way summons work. And the last thing that I did want to mention is also when we spoke about mana being very intensive, I only figured this out a couple days ago, but you do this free spin as one of your daily quests, which you always do. It's not free, it's a cheap one basically, and it gives you some tickets, but you can actually use your premium currency here to buy it. For free-to-play players, I probably wouldn't recommend it. I feel like there's a lot of math that needs to go into the value of this on whether you should do it. But for me, I do, since I found out 3 days ago, I do the first free one. I do that every day because it's 180 to get a 9 set. As you can see, it stocks you up with some sweep tickets and a bit of mana. It's not too expensive on a daily basis, but I don't know if I'll keep doing this. But just so you know, it's an option. I will run through math on this in the future and find out if it is actually really a viable thing to do or whether it's just a waste of gems. But just so you know, it is there if you're a really busy person and you're like, man, I just want to sweep through some stuff, but I've got no time. You can do that, but no, it is going to cost you jewels, which are very important for summoning. So that is that. And besides that, we do have the clan. Wow, there's a lot to cover here, and there's so much. Not much to do in the clan at the moment. Once a day, you can like a clan member. It's going to give them some, I think, mana, and it's going to give you some stamina. So do that every day. Besides that, there's not too much. Clan battles will come eventually, but they're not in the game at the moment. And like I said, besides that, it's just doing your daily missions, and pretty much they're self-explanatory. You just follow along. and it will tell you everything you need to do. As you can see here, log in between a specific time is going to give you 100 stamina. So really nice if you can log in that time, and then the rest of them are just basic stuff to do in the game. But anyway guys, that should just about cover all the basics for the game. If you have anything you want me to go deeper into, just let me know in the comments and I can cover stuff. Also, check out all those extra links that I left in there to other videos that might help you out. But anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing the next one. Cheers.